Welcome, YouTubers. Welcome to my channel. I wanted to talk a little bit about Harry and Meghan. Their entitlement is off the chain. I am so disappointed in how tiring they have become. They have made so many mistakes. They continue to do things that make no sense. They continue to do things that make people wonder, what is your point? What are you trying to accomplish? Is it really all about you, or do you really ever intend to do the things that you said you were going to do? Because they seem to keep changing and changing all the time. It's like they're on a train that never reaches its destination because they decide, oh, we want to get off and go here now. It's like at some point you need to stop, relax, reset, and just let's see where we're going. Let's map this out and then stick to it. Stick to the plan. But I think with this sudden interjectory of all this notoriety and options and meeting people, you're like, oh, we can do that. Oh, we can do that. Oh, yeah, let's do this. Oh, stop calling me. Stop doing this. Oh, yeah, let's do that. It's like it's just off the mark at this point. And what do you really end up accomplishing at the end of the day when you are so distracted by all the things that you're seeing in the candy shop, rather than just putting aside your sweet tooth and just trying to say, hey, let me just go ahead and go and get to the dentist and do what I said I was going to do. But you just sidestepping and getting into all kind of trouble all the time. It's like, why? And who wants to see all these superficial stories about what Meghan is wearing and where you can buy it? So I just wanted to say that. I don't know where I was going with it, but I just wanted to say so. Just mistakes all the time. Wake up and just try to do better, or go to sleep and say, I'm going to just take a chill pill and I'm just going to just step out of the light for a little bit and reevaluate. Perfect time during the lockdown to do something like that, rather than always trying to find relevance during a lockdown. To me, it's just one of those situations where you just look at it and you just know the train is getting faster. It's building up momentum, and it is seriously getting ready to crash. So today we're going to be talking about Meghan Markle's, and Prince Harry. Of course, they always say Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Pumped thousands from royal charity into limited company. Little shady. The couple's nonprofit organization, Sussex Royal and Sustainable Travel Initiative, Travelyst, received a huge payout last year from the charity that they ran with Prince William and Kate Middleton. The Royal Foundation was jointly run by the Cambridges and Sussexes until Meghan and Harry split from it last summer. And finalizing that separation involved a payout to the Sussexes' own charities. An unrestricted grant of £145,000 was given to Sussex Royal to facilitate the setup of the new charity, and £144,901 of grants were paid to Travelyst. Now, we know Travelyst is a for-profit organization and Sussex Royal was a nonprofit. But the funds that were given to Sussex Royal should have all gone to Sussex Royal. They should not have gone to Travelyst. And what I don't understand, doesn't Harry have like $30 million that he got when his mom passed? I think he has access to it now. I'm not quite sure, but when you gonna use your money? Like, you have money and he has a company. He should be using his money to fund his business. Why are charity funds going to support his for-profit organization? That doesn't even make sense. However, after the Duke and Duchess of Sussex stepped down as senior royals, they were instructed not to continue using the Sussex Royal brand, and the decision was made for the Sussex Royal Foundation to shut down and make a way for their new project, which is Archewell, as we know, Lady Colin Campbell has said is the correct pronunciation, and I believe her. However, the launch of the Archewell Foundation was reportedly been delayed to next year, and the couple are said to be focusing their efforts on the Black Lives Matter movement and the coronavirus pandemic. You know what? This is just going back to, look here, this right here. Look, relevance. They had their own thing going with their foundation. They were doing their own thing. And then this pandemic hit, and then Black Lives Matter hit. They were like, we got to do this. We got to be relevant. We can't do what we originally planned to do. We got to do this now. Why? Why are you doing that? You had your sight set on something that your foundation was supposed to be doing, but then you just got all sidestepped and lost focus and just kind of like squirrel. And you just start focusing on something completely different. That is not even really something that's an emotional connection to you. So why are you doing that? Like, stick with your foundation that you were originally starting. You just taking on something completely relevant because it's in the news all the time. So does that mean once this whole pandemic dies down and the whole Black Lives Matter thing dies down, they're going to just like sidestep that too? They're going to Markle that and then go back to what they had originally planned? Why are they doing that? Because they're what? They're always trying to stay relevant. They're always just being fake. They're just perpetrating all the time. Stop perpetrating. Just do you. It's like everything is just don't make sense. It's like a big question mark on top of my head all the time looking at these two. Like, what? Why are you doing that? Now a source has told Express that all Sussex Royals funds will be transferred to Harry's Sustainable Tourism Initiative, Travelyst. That is completely illegal. You cannot have funds that were earmarked for a nonprofit charity, and then just now that the charity has gone bust up, you're going to take that money now and invest it into a for-profit. That money should be going back into another charity, which is the Arkwell Foundation. Why are they doing that? The funds are not for charitable purposes. The Travelyst is for people who are wealthy. Why do they need charitable funds, money, to support a business that is catering to very wealthy people? However, Travelyst was registered as a limited company on April 3rd this year and has not been registered with the Charity Commission. According to Companies House, Harry holds at least 75% of the shares in Travelyst. The source confirmed that paperwork has been filed to formally close down Sussex Royal, which will appear on the online public record in the coming days. They added that the charity will enter a period of solvent liquidation, during which the trustees will step down from their roles, except for Harry, who will remain as a director and trustee until the process is complete. All the money currently held under the Sussex Royal name will be moved to Travelyst. I think that is completely illegal. The source said during its 12 months, the sole program in operation and development at the charity has been the Sustainable Travel and Tourism Initiative, Travelyst. Travelyst is now operating as an independent nonprofit based in the UK. You know, to me, the whole thing just seems shady. And also the fact that they have their applications for their businesses are also vague. Everything is minimally stated. And the only reason for that is because they're just trying to plug in whatever relevance they can find. If they make it vague, they can just like do like a plug in here and a plug in there because they don't have to commit to something right now. So they just leave it kind of open and just say, hey, something come up like COVID, we're going to plug that into our model. Something come in like social revolution, Black Lives Matter. Everyone's on the bandwagon for that. We're going to plug that in now to our charity and mission and vision and what we're doing. And it just seems so wishy-washy, and it really goes in line with everything that we have been seeing from this couple, how they just don't really stand for anything. They don't have any standing, and they're so artificial in how they approach things that it doesn't seem sincere, and they lack depth, they lack commitment and a message. And to me, it seems as if they are just always trying to find a way to be relevant. Relevant is just popping up everywhere. Hi, relevance. Relevance, where you at? Relevance. There's relevant. Relevance is everywhere. And you know what? At this point, relevance, you're just going to have to just leave, because I'm sick of seeing you pop up all the time. Because at this point, you are just looking so superficial, so just like in my face all the time. And I can't stand seeing you all the time, trying to pop up to be relevant all the time. Like, you just don't really know what you're all about, do you? You want to be about any and everything. And I'm just not so sure about this Travelyst now going into some charity adventure. I never even heard about that. I mean, every time we had heard about Travelyst, it was supposed to have been something for wealthy people and helping people who usually spend a lot of money on traveling to help them be more eco-friendly in terms of their traveling, helping them to cut down their carbon emissions, their carbon footprint, trying to help them find ways to travel to be more or beneficial for the planet. And now they're talking about being a charity. Or it never ceases to amaze me. You know, people who are extremely wealthy, they will nickel and dime you to pieces. Now, how are they going to just take money from people who made donations, and they're going to take that money that was meant for a charity and now put it into a company that was originally a for-profit entity? Like, the business structure and model, how they've done everything just seems a little on the shady side, and I'm just not understanding why they think they can get away with that. And you're already a millionaire. Like, you don't need to do that. Like, you could use the interest off your millions to fund your for-profit Travelyst. But you would think this would be common sense. I don't even know why this was even a story. Like, if they're really doing this, it looked like on the shady side, like side eye. Like, what you doing? Why? Interesting. So it looks like there is a petition to remove Harry and Meghan as president and vice president of the Queens Commonwealth Trustees. So they're currently representing the Queen as president and vice president of the Commonwealth Trust. And all along, I'm wondering, why is that? Why are they still doing that? Do the royal family, do they not learn? Do they not see the behavior of this couple, this self-entitled couple, to understand that they should just stop be giving things to just have free range on doing things that they want to do? Because we know they're not going to behave right. We know they're bad actors. We know they're all about themselves and what matters to them, and not about coming together. And that's why having Meghan speak to young girls on leadership, when you are a leader, you want to pull people together. You want to help people work together as a team. You want to head a team. But everything that I have seen Meghan do has been to tear down people and to tear down anything that represents someone else, but something to always kind of build herself up, like self-serving almost, and not really about leadership and team building. And she should not be heading up the Commonwealth Trust. Why are they even able to even do that? And then they had the nerve to go and speak badly about the history of the Commonwealth and the life work of the Queen. At this point, this petition, okay, it's going around, but they certainly need to be stripped of anything that has to do with any representation of the Queen. They are bad actors. They're not there to support the monarchy. That's why they left. So why are they still heading up the Queens Commonwealth Trust? Why? And it's not until you start making this couple face consequences for their behaviors, then will they learn that they cannot keep behaving badly and speaking ill will of certain things that you're just not going to change in this day and age. It's just not going to happen. And if you are going to be representing the Queen, you have to be neutral. You have to be neutral. And if you can't be neutral, give up your post as president and vice president of the Commonwealth, because you cannot represent the Queen and have political ambitions and want to side politically. What do they not understand about that? When do you want to follow the rules? When do you want to actually do what you are told? Instead of always having this rebellious behavior. And at some point, Charles, the Queen, I don't care who, you need to give them a smackdown. They need a smackdown so they can shock themselves and wake up to stop behaving the way they have been behaving. Because at this point, they are acting like two entitled, selfish brats that always want to do what they want to do, regardless of all the work that other people have done, regardless of pulling people together for the sake of getting along, making the world a better place, which is part of their mission. But ever since they've come into the royal family and then left the royal family, all they've done is made the world not a better place for anybody in the royal family. But yet that's part of their mission now as a couple as they leave the royal family. There's so much contradiction in their behavior and what their stance is, what they want to do and what they've actually done, and their behavior and how they treat people and their mission and reasons for wanting to leave. But yet here, do a story about us or follow us and take pictures of us. I mean, there's just so much contrast to every single thing that this couple is doing that it just makes you wonder, do they not have people that they actually pay money to help them? Because at this point, they just seem like they just trying to wing everything. They're just going to wing it. We're just going to leave the royal family. We'll figure out how to make money later. Let's just leave the royal family. We'll make money doing something. Like, they don't even have a plan. But yet but Miss Meghan wants to go and talk to young girls about being a leader. And she can't seem to lead her and her husband around to do the right thing. But she's going to talk to girls about leadership. And that whole speech, once again, was just about her talking about rebelling and fighting and hold up to being true you. And I mean, it just had such a negative tone. It just didn't really have no message at all. Do they have anybody that got common sense that is working for them? They probably do, but they don't want to listen to them. They hot-headed. They like, we got the answers. We know what we want to do. But what they're doing don't even seem like no one can even follow them to try to get on board to anything that they are doing that has an inkling of common sense behind it. Because nobody know what they're doing. You just, COVID-19 walk by and you jumping on COVID-19 train. Oh, Black Lives Matter walk by, you jumping on that train and walking by. You just like here, there. Instead of standing firmly in what you believe in and making that who you are, they just can't seem to do that. And it just drives me crazy because they have so much entitlement from people knowing who they are and them being able to really have a platform to do really, really great things. But yet they sidetrack and they make all of these mistakes of common decency that at this point they're just losing the attention of very well-minded people because they can see through it too. It's like this couple is at some point, people are just going to be like, y'all just go away. Just go away. We don't want to deal with y'all no more. Y'all just a bunch of googly gawk. Y'all just talking nonsense this day, that day, trying to motivate and lead and making money off of your mom's death. And you made enemies of your family. You don't even have nice family get-togethers anymore because you just turned everybody away and just made enemies. And just all kind of just nonsense all the time. To me, it's just such a travesty to be in such a well-aligned position with resources to do great things, but you don't know how to do great things because you still so self-consumed in who you are and how you gonna become like the pinnacle of the presidency. Who wants to be president? Like, what person in their right mind wants to go be president? If this girl wants to go be president, you know she ain't in her right mind. Like, if you want to go out and do any good in the world, go do your good. Go get your foundation. Go do it in the best way possible. Hand, boots on the ground. Just taking on the establishments of helping the people. But being the president, to me, just sounds like a big ego trip. You just want the world to see I'm the president. Look at me, I'm the president. Oh, there's work to be done. Okay, but do you know I'm the president? Yes, I'm the president. I made it. I finally made it to the very top. I broke the glass ceiling. Pew! And now look at me. And it's just about you being president. But you don't understand all the work that goes into that, being the president. All the security that goes around you where you really can't do anything anymore because they got to protect you because you're the president. So how much work do you really want to do? You think being the president is going to allow you to be able to do all this great good that you want to do in the world? No, if anything, it limits you. You have Congress, you've got lobbyists, you've got all these people, right-wing corporations. You are in a position to really not do the things the way you really wanted to do them. So this whole talk of being the president, to me, it just smacks of so much delusion and question mark and what and side eye and just relevance and and your family like carnage behind. Like I said in my last video, it's tiring. It's really tiring that there could be this many mistakes in a message or a plan for a career moving forward that you just don't even see how you have taken a good thing. It's like, to me, someone just took this most beautiful oiled painting that was so beautiful, and it was going to just say so many wonderful things to all the people that came by and looked at it. And then you just go by and you just start chipping away at the painting because you just like, oh, those colors don't look the way I thought they should look, so I'm going to just chip away at them. And then before you know it, the painting is ruined. Like, that's what they've done. And at the same time, you've got real tragedy with the people that you wanted to help have not been helped because you done sidestepped and done all this other stuff to ruin it all. And then in the end, nobody's gotten helped, or the world really isn't a better place, but you sure has got your ego all high up there where everybody know who you are and you feeling good about all the things they've accomplished because now they've done everything they could ever want to do and their heads are bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, how big does your head have to get? You're already famous. You trying to now be president to be more famous? Then, oh God, it's just exhausting. How many mistakes? How much wrong are they going to continue to do? And the really good things in life are just simply passing by them. Passing by. And it's not until they get in their older years will they realize all the time they've wasted, all of the mistakes that they've made, all of the things that they were trying to get, that not really realizing all along they had everything they ever could have wanted, but they were constantly chasing something bigger, better, the next thing, rather than being just still in the moment of who you are in this world and just making life matter as it is already, and stop chasing whatever it is that they're trying to chase and find. Lost friendships, lost memories with family. It's not until a major consequence happens for them that they can rebuild and come up maybe better. But the way this is going, this is a train wreck that's just going to leave a lot of damage in the pathway, and the rebuilding process is going to take a long time. Those of you who have joined already, thank you so much. I'm really enjoying the conversation and getting to know people better based on the insights you may have into the pictures that I am showing and my commentary and history behind the things that I've done at certain points in my life. You know, you really do see a metamorphosis of change when you go through certain experiences, and I can really appreciate everything that I'm reminiscing about now, because you kind of see that those were just moments of time. And everything that we do every day is just one moment in time. And to be able to capture great moments in time as the best version of yourself is always a good thing. and I'm enjoying the ride. I'm enjoying the whole process, and I hope that you will come along and join my Patreon. It's only $1.99, and I think you get another view or perspective of P. Dinah when you do that. So, and until next time, you guys, peace and love. I love you all. Until next time, bye bye.